We are back on Rockies franchise. I'll tell you, opening day looked great. I think we scored our record for points. It's points. That's not what this is. Scored our record for runs, it feels like, in this series. Beating the Philadelphia Phillies 12-4 on opening day. New ace Jesus Luzardo came out and shoved. Obviously gave him a lot of run support. And the next few games didn't really go as great. The next several games, really. We have not won a game since the last episode, which would be nice if we ended on a win, but that didn't happen. Draft day is 100 days away. We've got a lot of time to get ready for that. And as you can see, we are starting to get strong in certain areas on this team. The whole right side of this depth chart looks pretty bad. And I guess it's not even technically a depth chart, but in terms of what our positions are here, you can see now with the depth chart, it doesn't look good. But I think we're a better team than 1-6. You know, we have a number of guys who are off to a really slow start, like Brenton Doyle, right? Tovar had a hot opening day and then hasn't really done much since. Dolander's got to get that ERA down. Got to get Max Muncy more regular at bats. Jock Peterson's off to a bad start. Basayo, Garrett, all off to really, really bad starts. Michael Toglia stays hot, though. But we're going to figure it out, right? And, you know, unfortunately, look at our rotation. Our closer is supposed to be Mark Leiter Jr. He hasn't pitched because there hasn't been a save situation. So we might just want to, you know, get him involved some way, somehow, as we will kick things off. And here we go, right on cue. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs against the Pirates. Tyrone Taylor at the plate. Endy Rodriguez, Mike Yastrzemski on base. Mark Leiter Jr. needs to get us back in the win column. Here we go. No, Mark Leiter can be effective here. I know he's had his struggles in real life. He's got very good hit per 9 in the game. However, with runners on base and in scoring position, it's using that pitching clutch, which is only a 68 compared to 87 hit per 9. So maybe not the absolute best option here, but I think we're going to find a way to win this game. Strike one. Cutter outside. To work that sinker in. Force out at so many different bases here. Sinker down and in. That's way too far in. We're going to get it going. And if you know anything about Mark Leiter Jr., you know the bread and butter is that splitter. And you saw it there. It was absolutely disgusting. 2-2. Saw it again. Tyrone Taylor gets a piece. And this is who you want in this lineup. Their number 9 hitter. A decent number 9 hitter, but this is the guy. Ground ball at Toglia. And we are back in the win column. Rockies win. Steal one here against Pittsburgh on the road. And we are led by a Nolan Jones homer, Brenton Doyle and Ezekiel Tovar, and Owen Miller with multi-hit games. We had 10 overall. And it was a run in the ninth that gave us that lead. Ryan McMahon, by the way, has made his way to Pittsburgh. 2-run home run was the Pirates' only scoring in this game. But it feels good to get back in the win column. So we've actually beat the Pirates on back-to-back days. And now we're back to setting scouting assignments. So we could actually even consider firing our scouts at some point. The number 1 player in the class, supposedly, is a maybe 99 overall, 99 potential player, Gino Killian. Is this Jose Ramirez? I don't know. This guy looks absolutely insane. I only say Jose Ramirez, 5'9", switch hitting third baseman. Will he be available by the 6th or 8th pick? I think we actually might be outside of the top 10 now. But Gino Killian does look amazing. So at least take a look at him. And more position players here. Going after guys with super high potential. That's what we want. Now, all of these guys might not be available by the time our pick comes up because we were a little bit better last year. You know, we're no longer potentially in play for a lot of these top guys, but you know, maybe somebody falls to us and we end up with a steal because we're willing to, you know, kind of overpay a star player. If you don't know how the MLB draft works, basically you have a total pool of money that you're allowed to use, and you kind of strategically use that. And it's stupid to me because that means passing up on a player that you may think is better because you can get somebody that costs less. I think it's dumb, but that's the way the MLB draft works. And we'll see if we can get on a nice little winning streak here. Ariel Amador, damaged knee cartilage. It's going to send him to the 60-day. So, and Dion Jorge gets injured every single year. So I'm not even worried about that. But we have ripped off 5 straight wins. We're back at 500 because we swept the Pirates. We're on the verge of sweeping the Astros. It'll be German Marquez against Spencer Arrighetti. Maybe not the easiest of matchups there. But injuries already are ravaging these teams. Ryan Ritter can step in and play second base. Move up Jefferson Cuero, who's got a really good shot to make the team. Felnine Celestin, by the way. What a red-hot, torrid start for him. OPS close to 1,100. Could be a nice little boost at the major league level at some point. Condon really struggling. Horace Mora really struggling. I just don't know if that contact's going to play in the major leagues. 45-50. He's only 21, but we're kind of hoping that he's going to end up making his big league debut at the end of this year or next year, right? I'm hoping Condon can come up soon, right? But these guys have a little bit more development to go. Cuero might be the next call-up in terms of a bat, but obviously we can't guarantee that at this point. Carreras can play third. Just need Condon to get going, man. He's got good enough vision and discipline. Contact's not terrible. He just continues to not hit. Let's move Celestin into the leadoff spot. Can move Carreras down there a little bit. Benny Montgomery is raking in the DH spot. Might want to make him an everyday player. Like Horace Mora, we obviously can't take out, but Cole Carrig maybe sits for a little bit. Get Benny Montgomery going. If he's going to hit, he's going to have a chance to play, right? So we'll see what happens with that. And I can't believe what a weird start to the season. Win 1, lose the next 6, win the next 5, back to 500 as we lose, get shut out by the Astros. Now Ryan Ritter is hurt. Well, it seems like injuries are going to be a really big problem at the minor league level, the minor league levels maybe this season. As again, we're looking for a second baseman. Greg Jones can play anything, but we are consistently not having guys ready to go. Carrig does have short. He's back in the lineup. I was telling the chat here, live on Twitch, as always, twitch.tv/Bengal. We may want to get some player lock with some prospects going. Jorge Santana, I could see making his AA debut sometime this season. His overall is good enough, but there's just not really a clear spot for him right now. But we will end up making his AA debut for sure at some point, and maybe it takes an injury, I'm not sure. But I want to see Gerangelo. I'm curious how the switch pitch thing is going to work in the game, and he's decent. So, struggling a little bit at AA to start. Small sample. We're going to figure it out, but let's go back to the big league level here and see if we can continue to play well. Top 8, 2 outs. It'll be Hunter Fiducia with runners on the corners. For what has been a pretty good reliever for us so far, Lucas Gilbreth was good last year, and I hope he's going to be pretty good this year, facing the #1 on-base team in the league so far to start. But just 1 out away. Good pitch, slider away for a strike. Lefty-lefty, we have a big advantage with these breakers away. And we've got to keep rocking with those. How about that splitter? Great spot. I didn't control any of that. Samuel Basayo with a throw down to check the runner at first. Thankfully not a throwaway. And that fastball is fouled back. This is such a big at bat. We wanted to show him that we would at least throw that fastball, but we're trying to get him to chase that slider. Gonna need to locate it better than that. And there it is. It's pretty much same location, different result. We get the swing and miss lefty-lefty. And hopefully end up winning the game as a result. Top 9, 1 out. It'll be Mark Leiter Jr. And look at this Giants team. Jung-Hoo Lee in center, but Spencer Jones probably playing a corner spot at first base. Big-time Yankees prospect. Has been traded, of course, to the Giants. And they've got some pretty big lefty bat prospects now with Spencer Jones, I guess at the big league level. Bryce Eldridge. Hard hit ball by Adames, who does hit, at least in the game, righty significantly better. Sweeper. Got a rollover. Adames doesn't run that well. Nolan Jones playing third. And that is a big out. Remember, we have a specific lineup where... Interesting. We have a specific lineup where Nolan Jones comes in to play third. Matt Chapman has 55 clutch. I know that Elliot Ramos has significantly higher clutch. I get force out at any base. We're going to pitch to Matt Chapman. I think it's the right call. Whether or not it ends up being the right move based on the result remains to be seen. Matt Chapman hitting 160 with runners in scoring position. This is the guy we want to face. Way ahead of that sinker.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Locate the splitter. Trying to throw it for a strike here. Got a fly ball in the direction of Jordan Beck. I don't know what team we threw out there today, but they're going to end up getting the win. Jordan Beck playing center field. And Brenton Doyle was in the lineup. He was 1 for 3. What happened with him? Beck came on to pinch run for Doyle in the 5th. Was there an injury? That's what you're worried about, honestly. Ryan Feltner came out, pitched okay, struck out 7. 4 walks is a lot in 4 innings. Vodnik with a clean inning. Let's go, Victor. Loizaga good enough. Bullpen shut it down. Gilbreth onto Mark Leiter. I hope Brenton Doyle's not hurt. I know his hitting's been up and down to start the year, but I really hope Brenton Doyle's not hurt. He's hurt. Fractured wrist. He's going to be out for 1 to 2 months. We're at least going to place him on the 10-day. And we now have a pretty big hole. Because, yeah, he wasn't leading off for us anymore, but he's playing elite defense. And now, do I feel like putting Jordan Beck in center and saying, hey, we're going to be fine? Not really. Who do we have in center that could potentially move up? Mora does not deserve a shot. If anything, I'm thinking about making him go back to Double-A. He might be a little bit too raw to even play at Triple-A. Might be a problem. But Benny Montgomery has hit in just 25 at-bats. The only problem with him is he's not on the 40-man. So we would have to move him to the 40-man, which we might... I think it works where you have spots when you put guys on IL. So we might actually just be able to add him. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the hot hand. He's hitting, he's on the 40-man. He's hitting at AAA. We're going to give him a shot. Benny Montgomery. He's going to hit 9th for us. He's going to start in center field. And we'll see what he can do for us. I'm excited about the potential. He has high contact against lefties. Not so bad against righties. Defense is good enough. He's hot at the right time. There's a big injury. Benny Montgomery's going to get a shot. I know, people would probably prefer to see, Charlie Condon. I'll tell you, even Celestin could be a call-up, and then we could find somebody else to play center, and he could be a bench bat. But Condon's just not hitting yet. Horace Mora, not hitting. You know, I struggle to call any of those guys up when they haven't shown me that they are competent at AAA. It's a really tough move to make. We do need to put some guys up to AAA. So who is worthy of that move? Just need a little bit of depth. So I think we're even going to look at Class A and move Wimmer up to AAA for depth. I know that seems crazy, but I don't really want to mess with the lineups too much. I don't think I'm ready for Kalaz to play every day at AAA, although he's close. He's close to earning a shot. Sterling Thompson can move up to AAA. And these guys I don't expect to play, so it's going to be totally fine. I think the lineups are fine. 8-7. We've had a really, really good April after a mostly terrible March. Let's see if we can keep that up. We will check on scouting in the meantime. We've moved to draft rank 12 for Geno Killian. I'll tell you, Blaine Gilliam looks pretty good. Looks like he's going to be a well-rounded pro. Joe Shimek from Arizona, big right-hander. What type of stuff does he have? Not a lot of great stuff. Two-seamer that touches the low 90s, changeup, slider, curveball. That's the guy. Not really blown away by that. Killian at least can play first base. That's an option, but really wouldn't be for us. We're going to finish the scouting on that, but overall not blown away by anything that we're seeing. But we're trying to survive these injuries early, and it's another big spot for Mark Leiter Jr. Runners in the corners, Jung-Hoo Lee at the plate. This is going to be an interesting spot. We've gotten out of these spots multiple times, right? How many times can we continue to do this? How many times can we continue to do this? It's a tough ask. Jung-Hoo Lee has struggled with runners in scoring position this year, just a $111.
That's outside.
And we've got a base open, so a walk isn't the worst thing.
Ball.
As that misses. It is Elliot Ramos, who's hitting under 100 with runners in scoring position this year, but it's very early. He's homered already, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Jung-Hoo Lee. I do think Elliot Ramos has higher pitching or higher batting clutch, 92. That's a little bit scary. He's homered already, but we are going to pitch to him. Little flare, Benny Montgomery. The ball finds him. Of course, been making his big league debut over the past couple of days here, and he'll have a chance to win it for us in the 9th. We will face Randy Rodriguez. Owen Miller's hitting .377. He's got to find a way to get on. I'll tell you what, it would be awesome. Yes, we hate the injury to Brenton Doyle, but Benny Montgomery, former top 10 pick, comes in, makes the catch, and then wins it for us on the other side. That'd be incredible. 0-2 to Owen Miller. And, I mean, Rodriguez is just throwing gas. 99. It's tough to catch up to that. Owen Miller does this time. Good timing. But should be an easy catch out there in left field. And it will be Benny Montgomery. Big opportunity. He has already had his first big league hit. 1 for 3 today in his MLB debut. He could be the hero. Romero and Jelly warm up in the pen for San Francisco. Come on, Benny.
Ball, that's it.
Need Benny and the Jets to take off. Put this ball in a flight.
Nope, outside.
Rodriguez is shaking in his boots. 3-0 to Benny Montgomery. It's a clear take. Clear take. Big league debut, 3-0 count, need a base runner. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-1. And that's a pitch to hit. Slider up in the zone, nearly hung down the middle, but did get on the top. It'll be Ezequiel Tovar, 1 for 4 today. Out in front of a fastball, 0-1. Tovar has been an absolute monster for us. That's the pitch. Right down the middle. Fastball, belt high. Early, pulled foul.
Ball.
Sinker down for a ball. 1-2. Strike 3. Tovar out in front of a slider, I would guess. Felt pretty good on the timing, but Rodriguez with a pretty clean inning. We are headed to extras. All right, let's see if we can get some quick outs. Runner on second to start. Adames digs in. And again, Leiter's not maybe the best reliever to have out here with his pitching clutch. He's really one of these closers we want to bring in with the bases empty.
Ball in.
I don't think a walk is the absolute worst thing, but free base runners is never ideal. Big strike on the splitter away. Ideally here, we're playing for a pop-up or no contact period. We do not want that runner getting to third base for free, or even with an out. Good sweeper, strike 3, Adames goes down. Big pitch from Leiter. As we'll face Matt Chapman. His clutch, not so good. His batting clutch is really bad, actually. But still don't want to mess around. He still can hurt us. There's a big single to right field. Stone Garrett with a throw home. It's up the first base line. Wrong side for Basayo. And this game has gone from tied to a Giants lead. We will also start with a ghost runner on second base, but obviously wanted to avoid that. Now we can hope for a double play at least. Gonna fly out. Benny Montgomery's there. Gonna be 2 away. It's okay. You expect one to score. You expect one to get brought home with the ghost runner. So it's not the end of the world. We just need to come up and hit well and, get that runner in with a base hit or move him over and then sack fly, sack bunt, whatever you want to do.
That's ball 2.
Play for the next inning. A home run here would be devastating.
3-0.
3-0 is not very good either. I'll tell you that. Probably want to throw a strike. Okay, can we find the strike zone? Don't want to give him a cookie, though. Again, I'm okay with a walk. He had the green light, 3-0.
1 strike.
More splitter. More strikes. We actually might get out of this.
Count full.
Do we show him the same pitch? It's been working. Ground ball. Nobody's home. But Matt Chapman couldn't find the ball. He only gets to second base. It is time to pull Mark Leiter Jr. Patrick Bailey is up. I need someone with higher pitching clutch. They don't exist in my bullpen, funnily enough. The highest pitching clutch we have is 62 from Victor Vodnik, and he's going to end up getting the call. Now, if you're wondering why we can't schedule somebody, someone's like, you totally can, dude. You're hitting the wrong button. No, I'm not, actually. The new, auto warm-up feature is on to my settings, so that's what's going on, and I guess you can't schedule guys to come in when auto warm-up is on, which I don't really understand. All right, Vodnik has a very different timing than Mark Leiter Jr. Patrick Bailey can hurt us. Vodnik's a lot faster here. 2-0 to Bailey. Sitting 176 with runners in scoring position. And Vodnik is a little wild.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got a strike in there, though. Got another strike in there. 2-2. Huge pitch. So many different pitches to work with. Maybe the last slider you're going to see that's ripped foul. Change up away. Owen Miller can make a play on it and will. Let's hit. Base hit ties the game guaranteed. But we need a productive at bat. We'll be facing JoJo Romero. He's yet to allow an earned run this year. Righties do not have hits. So this is a good spot for us. Nolan Jones, lefty-lefty. He's hitting 400 this year in his Ted Williams arc. Let's get something to pull. On the ground is fine. Just can't really be late. I mean, we were early on it. Destroyed foul. And it's a 16-game hitting streak to start the year for Nolan Jones, by the way. Just need to get that runner over to third. That's what we need. Get him over. Base hit obviously would be great. Nolan Jones does not have a hit today. And still won't after that swing. Very late on the sinker. 1-2. Oh, no. 2-2. A walk is fine. But we'd like a productive AB here, and that's getting the runner over. Slider. Guessed wrong. It's one of the worst swings of all time, probably. Went to contact swing, totally destroyed my timing. And now it's Jock Peterson, lefty-lefty. Now we will need a hit.
0-1.
Timing is not even close here.
Ball, that's off the plate.
JoJo Romero apparently is going to be a problem. He's been really good to start this year, but not this good. Jock swings through a slider slightly early. 1-2. 2-2.
That's inside.
Yeah, looks like the hit streak going to come to an end for Nolan Jones. Really just an awful swing. Good pitch from Romero. Got to give him his credit, but not competitive as Jock swings and misses on a sinker. He is pissed. I would be too. Very early on it. Why is my timing so bad against JoJo Romero? It's going to come down to Michael Toglia. If you've seen this series, you know Michael Toglia, 9th, 10th inning. This guy's a different animal, and I feel confident he's going to come up clutch. 2-0. Need a hit. Ground ball at short. Adames is there. And this game is still ongoing. Not scooped cleanly by Bryce Eldridge. Adames put the ball in the dirt. We are still alive. Adames from the lip of the outfield grass there. And it's going to be Max Muncy. He's hitting .310. It is lefty-lefty, and we've struggled there this inning. But we are going to leave Max Muncy in. Good timing. Just could not put that slider in play. Fastball. I mean, it's an unbelievable pitch. 0-2 to Muncy. 1-2. Timing this game has been horrendous. It's kind of caught in between. Strike 3, Muncy down looking. You can make the argument that you need to be swinging at that with 2 strikes. I think it's pretty clearly off the plate. We struck out swinging on that pitch with Nolan Jones. Playing to take it that time. Again, I think it was off the plate, but ump got tired, wanted to go home. That's what we can call that. I think we need to find the ump and Stone Garrett him to death in the parking lot. I don't know, Stone, there's something there. Stone Garrett, need him to find it. He's hitting below 200, below the Mendoza line to start the year. We're getting more ABs for Yanquiel Fernandez this year. Evan Phillips was responsible for a loss the last time we played the Pirates, right? Last time we played the Pirates, Evan Phillips took the L as we closed them out in Pittsburgh. Now they come to Denver. And Yanquiel Fernandez gets a fastball up and in. Good timing. pops it up to shallow right. Benny Montgomery. He's 4 for 11 to start the year. That's 364. Bottom 9, down by 1. Need him to come up clutch. We've got 56 speed at first base in the catcher Samuel Basayo. And we obviously don't have a ton of speed on the bench, but we are going to upgrade. Jordan Beck from the bench is going to pinch run for Basayo. Something to the gap, I think we got a better chance to score him. Come on, Benny. A little bit late on that sweeper. He's been great to start his big league career. We need you now. Would be a strike if we had the last umpire behind home plate. Ball 2. Benny Montgomery sends a fly ball down the right field line. All we can hope for is that it gets out of play, but it stays in. Game over. Pirates win. Sir Anthony Dominguez takes the loss. Max Muncy with a homer. Tolia and Stone Garrett both tripled in this game, but we allowed 12 hits. 3 to O'Neal Cruz, 2 to Brian Reynolds, who homered. Ryan McMahon, in his return to Coors, came to play. He homered as well. And we are in a heck of a spot here. Top 10, 2 outs, bases loaded. Owen Miller at the plate. He has homered in this game. Yeah, this is a heck of a spot. Owen Miller has a chance to be a hero. He's hitting .354 with an OPS near 900. Seahawks, Jesus. I'm on one today. Mariners in these throwbacks. Owen Miller sends one down the right field line. It catches the line. That's going to clear the bases. Owen Miller headed to third. He's sliding in safe. It's a bases clearing triple for Owen Miller. 7-4 Rockies. We've been scatterbrained to start here, but Owen Miller definitely shocks the senses with a 3-run triple. He's been one of our best hitters, and you know what? I think he needs to move up in the order. Big 2-out extra base hit. Benny Montgomery has a chance to extend that lead. 8-4 would be great. Need a single or more to make it happen. He's been a pretty good hitter, right? But maybe slowing down a little bit. And he will fly out here. Got a fastball right down the middle. Good timing. Couldn't really do a whole lot with it. And that should be enough to win this game. It was not. The Mariners have brought it back with J-Rod and then a homer by Cal Raleigh. Big Dumper gets the best of us. We go to the 11th. Jordan Beck faces Gabe Spire. Shoots one down the line, foul. With 1 out, I mean, we have a lot of speed at second base. It's Benny Montgomery, of course, the ghost runner who made the last out in the 10th. He starts at second for free. A single should score him easily.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Easily, you'd think. Jordan Beck hitting third today. The lineups are so weird that they make when they choose not to do your main lineups. Beck a little bit early. No chance for a tag here. Julio's got way too good of an arm, even if that throws offline. On the road here, you really need to score at the top of the innings. Obviously, you're only hitting at the top of the inning on the road, but in extras, you need to score if you're the away team. And multiple runs typically. Here's Michael Tolia, 130 with runners in scoring position. He's really cooled off. Has doubled today. And puts a pretty good charge into that one. But not really a hitter-friendly park here in Seattle. And we'll see if our pitching can hold up. Who allowed the runs for us? Because that is disastrous. If we look at it here, it was Mark Leiter Jr., his first blown save of the year. Maybe the chat was right. Need Victor Vodnik to shut it down.
Counts 1-0.
And he is still so wild. Not really ever sure where the ball is going. The Mariners have brought Cole Young up. One of their young infield prospects, no pun intended with the name. He lines out to Nolan Jones. He's back in left field. Good start to this inning. We'll take hard contact for an out. Not that 87 is anything crazy. I also really don't like facing Jake Fraley here. We saw him in Reds franchise, but it's another quick out. He grounds out to third. As it's Ramon Urias. 3 for 5 today. Do we have to be careful? Fly ball at Nolan Jones. Mariners were not patient in this inning. It's a couple of really, really quick outs. All right. Well, we'll have another chance to hit. Again, it's a really good part of our order. Max Muncy, lefty-lefty. You hate to do this, but we might try and get one down. You typically don't do this when you're on the road because it's so easy for the opposing team to score. And Max Muncy, not maybe a great bunter. He pops up to the catcher. He's not a great bunter, but we're just trying to get that runner over to third for Stone Garrett, who hits lefties fairly well. Not a good bunt.
Ball, catch inside.
But, I mean, it could have been a pop-up strikeout. So I feel like the bunt's the right call. Just didn't work out. Stone Garrett rips one to left. This shouldn't be caught. It's impossible to be caught because it's over the wall. Stone has put the Rockies up in extras. 400 feet to left. Stone Garrett may end up giving us the win. We'll need our pitching to show up in the bottom half of this inning. But Stone has put us on top. This is why we paid him. This is why we made him our leadoff hitter against lefties. Because he can do this against them. 2-run homer. Forces the Mariners into a pitching change. It's Carlos Vargas. He's got a 45 ERA this year. Lefties hit .571 off of him. Basayo needs something to get right. This is a bleeder. Should be an easy play for the right fielder. It is. I was hoping that was going to bleed and drop in. Owen Miller. I thought we won it last time he came up. Pitching didn't show up. Hopefully the same is not true again. Slider catches the outside corner. 1-1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Not going to give him the inside corner. 2-1. Great hitters count. I know you want to groove a fastball down the middle here. It's all you want to do. Maybe a little bit early there. Just early. 97. Fouled away. Hanger. Owen Miller doesn't really hit this all that well. Maybe 350 to right. Easy fly out. And hopefully our pitching can come up clutch. Facing a tough part of the order. J-Rod, Big Dumper, and Gleyber Torres has made his way to the Mariners. I think we leave Vodnik out there. He was a quick out machine last time around. I'd hope for another couple. That is a productive out. It gets the runner over. They're down by 2. I don't really care about that runner. We are just trying to get outs. Got to locate the fastball a little bit better.
0-1's the count.
Like that. 0-2. Change up for a strikeout.
0-1.
I think it's a decent spot.
1 ball.
Just didn't get him.
2 strikes.
How about that? Raleigh gets a piece. Like, if we can get the slider in off the plate, could see a good result. I think Raleigh's sitting on something fast, something hard up and in. Got to go back to the changeup. But he takes it 2-2. He's going to take that changeup. We're going to try to dot the fastball. Ground ball at Miller. 1 run will score. We do not care. We are 1 out away. It's Gleyber Torres. He's got emotes in my chat. Former Yankee.
That ball's foul.
I worry about this, AB. Gleyber hits lefties a little bit better than righties. But he's a good hitter. We are 1 strike away from a win. Vodnik getting tired, but could win it for us. And he will! Glubar strikes out. Basayo phases through him. Gleyber Torres down swinging. Way to pitch. Victor Vodnik comes in, shuts it down. Stone Garrett with a multi-home run game. Owen Miller, 7 extra bases on his 2 hits. That's pretty good. What a win. 9-8-12. Whew. We battled, we fought for it, but we got it done. We're fighting to stay 500 here in Rockies franchise. As Ryan Ritter is back. Let's get the scouting update. Nope, you know what? Gino Killian is that good. He's back to draft rank 1. I mean, he just looks like he's going to be average to above average. Everywhere. He can't steal, maybe not the fastest, but he's going to be a big league caliber bat with pretty good potential, I guess. And I think you can say a lot of the same things about Blaine Gilliam, who, I mean, looks to be a pretty good player. Shymek's all right. I'm not really enamored by any of these guys, to be honest, but whatever. We can add more players in. I do want to get everybody up to 100% here. Position players here for Akira Bastar. We could just go to scout a position entirely. What are we looking at? Center field. A lot of good center fielders. I feel really good about our outfield, though. I'm kind of more interested in the infield. But it is the MLB draft. A lot of these guys can be pretty far away. It looks mostly like there are a lot of really good center fielders. Now, we would have to choose a region. Where are the top center fielders from? So we have East, International, Central, East, International. Let's look at the international guys first and then maybe go back over to East following this. So we'll do that to number 1. And then this is our guy that is best with pitchers. And let's take a look at the starters and what region maybe they are predominantly from. International East, International East. Again, probably best to do international first. And then maybe we'll go over to East later and then individually scout some from, you know, Central and West. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe we have a top 10 pick. So we'll see what ends up getting to us as Brenton Doyle is going to be kept on the 10-day. And Max Meyer, ab strain, he's going to be totally fine. We'll keep him active. And we're going to try to shut down the Red Sox here. Jarren Duran at third, Devers at first, Tristan Casas at the plate. Bottom 8, but a real high leverage spot for a guy that isn't always the best in those situations. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Can you shut it down? Casas is 0 for 3. Let's challenge him.
Ball 1.
Sitting 182 with runners in scoring position.
That ball's
Pulls the heater foul. Obviously sitting on the hard stuff. Change up. He pulls it into center field. It looked like he pulled it. It was away, right? But shoots it into center. Base hit. Run scores. We are tied. Dominguez, man. I feel like he never does it. He can never do it when we're actually in the game with him. In simulation, he's fine. In the game, it's never a clean inning. Never. We do end up winning the game, though. Benny Montgomery is your player of the game with his first big league home run. Absolutely love to see it for Benny Montgomery. He's playing, of course, for the injured Brenton Doyle. 2 RBIs in this one, and that obviously helped us win in a big way. Benny Montgomery. What a moment. Obviously, that happened earlier in the game in the 6th inning because it was 2-2 on the 2-run shot. But absolutely massive. Our battle to stay at 500 continues as Max Meyer is going to be back. Glenn Allen Hilla Jr. can keep him active. And now Benny Montgomery's hurt. Fractured arm for him. And he'll head to the 60-day. We are being absolutely brutalized by injuries. Doyle should be back soon. Maybe a month away. I guess that's not that soon. Horace Mora still cannot hit. But we are now down multiple center fielders. I wonder who we can even call up at this stage. Condon is still not hitting great. Kalaz is lighting up AA. He's not really a center fielder. Am I about to get insanely crazy? Why do I want to call up Kalaz? That's an insane move, right? I think it is. But it's tempting, to be honest. It really is. Because he's a good player. And he's lighting up the minors. Him in center field sounds like a disaster. But I don't know. I guess it's going to be Cole Carrig. He's on the 40-man already. We need a center fielder. I think what probably happens is Yanquiel Fernandez slides into center, and Cole Carrig is just depth. I know it's not great, but it's kind of all we have. And this probably puts Jordan Beck in left. So it's not amazing. Carrig is just going to be a bench bat, pinch run type of guy. I'm just not willing to call up any of our struggling prospects. And again, I'm considering moving Horace Mora down. He is developing a little bit, but the guy can't hit. And if he can't hit at AAA, I don't think we're going to call him up and he's going to set the world on fire at the big league level. Condon's hitting 200. There's more to it than just average, but he's not even hitting for power. I don't know why we would call those guys up. They do not deserve it. Show me you want to be a big leaguer, and then we can adjust accordingly, right? But for right now, I'm not seeing it with these guys. As we might end up moving somebody down from... I mean, this might be an opportunity... This might be an opportunity for Kalaz to get moved up. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do. Straight to the major leagues would have been a little bit crazy. But Kalaz to AAA, he was absolutely red hot at AA. We'll see what he can do for our AAA squad. I think he's earned this shot. He obviously can't play shortstop there, but we're going to move him up. The top of this order does look pretty good. I'm going to hit Kalaz third. Mora's got to get moved down. But our entire lineup down here is just absolutely ice cold. So, don't love it. We're going to get some other guys in the mix. 13 and 15. Injuries have just killed us so far. But that's baseball. Got to find ways around that. And we will, I think, probably move Braylon Payne up. Is Braylon Payne down at the... No, he's already at AA. That's right. I mean, Zach Veen's there. Veen is hitting a little bit better here to start the year, but still not really showing a ton, unfortunately. I want him to be good. I know he got called up in real life. He's just not someone I'm considering moving up. Sean Elliott, I don't think is good enough for Double A yet. It's kind of a rough spot. It's kind of a rough spot. We'll figure it out, though. Let's see if we can get back to winning ways. Dodgers is not who you want to see in a 2-game series. Down by 2, bottom 8, 2 outs. Matt Strahm has made his way to Los Angeles. He's a Dodger. And lefty, it's going to be a tough task. I think Nolan Jones is up to it. Last time we were in a big spot with him, lefty, we struck out. Need a big hit here. 1 for 3. Fouled back 0-1. Good timing, just could not keep it fair. Couldn't really get good contact on it. Sinker low.
1-1.
Home run would be absolutely electric. Grand slam to completely blow things open. A base hit would work, though. A walk would be okay. 2-1. Come on, no Joe. Jock Peterson up next, though. That's just not great lefty. This is really our opportunity. No Joe gets a piece. Just can't seem to time it up right now. 2-2. Just got a piece. Maybe a little bit out in front of that sinker. No, good timing. It's a really well-located pitch. Do it again. Nolan Jones. Little flare to left. Easy out. Better pitching from Matt Strahm. And that will be the game. Damage would continue to come in. Lane Thomas with a home run. Shohei Ohtani, 0 earned runs in nearly 8 innings, struck out 9. Yeah, that's a problem. Ohtani's really good. He's really good. We didn't have almost any success off him at all. And it's a 2-game sweep for the Dodgers. Now Zach Veen is injured. Dude, these injuries are insane right now. Yeah, Geno Killian looks like he's going to be a really, really good player now that he's 100% scouted. He looks like he may have up to well above average contact and power, above average vision, discipline. Obviously, that's, a guy we would want, but seems unlikely that we would be able to get him, unfortunately. As we'll do starting pitcher East and continue to scout that way. We're 14-18. We need May to go a little bit better for us as we have another injury, Greg Jones. Zach Veen's going to be back. Greg Jones is back. And now Ryan Ritter has broken his arm. We're just getting killed by injuries. We've made some changes to the lineup. If Owen Miller is going to hit and Stone Garrett is not, changes are going to be made. Owen Miller leads off now against lefties. Nojo, Tovar, Tolia, Basayo, Garrett. The pitching has actually been pretty good. Luzardo has been awesome. Dolander's getting shelled. Marquez has been pretty good. Freeland, not so great. And then Ryan Feltner has been absolutely dominant with a 1.18 ERA in his first 38 innings pitched this year. That is unreal. Freeland back to the pen. Meyer back into the rotation. Woodford's been pretty nice. The bullpen, for the most part, could be better. Leiter Jr. has really been pretty awesome. What are our options at AAA? Palmquist continues to deal. He's unfortunately a quad A player. I'm sure he's going to earn another call-up for us. The guy doesn't play at the majors. He doesn't. Hughes is getting crushed. Hate to see that. What can we do here? Munoz is on the verge of getting cut. Ray Skinner is not pitching that well. Anthony Molina has been unreal. Todd Daly's been very good. Chavy has been great. Cordero, I mean, mostly pretty good. Whip under 1. We'll take that. And then at AA, Girangelo's getting shelled. Pablo Herrera has been good. Larry Stu has been good. I don't know. I feel like Brody Brecht is somebody I might want to move into a starting role at some point. But he was completely annihilated at AA. 10 walks, not good. Gabriel Hughes crushed. Jason Hinchman at AA, though, swung a hot bat. 313, 10 RBIs, over 83 ABs. Celestin crushed it in April. We knew about this. 11 RBIs, hitting over 300. Tyler Birch out of the pen was really nice. And Carson Palmquist was just dominating AAA. Is it time to get him another look? He's dominating AAA. Dolander is getting just destroyed. We've got options for him. I know it sucks to send him down, but we're going to give Carson Palmquist another look. So, I get it's pitching at Coors. He's got a 7 ERA, guys. Allowed 10 homers in 35 innings. Allowed 13 in 87 last year. He's just getting shelled. Figure it out at AAA. I'm sure he's going to be back with the Major League team at some point in the not-so-distant future, as now Anthony Molina is injured, but he's going to be okay. Let's check out scouting real quick. He's got a lot of center fielders. Let's take a look at some of them. 70% on the international guys. Reed Ortiz could be a pretty good option for us. Again, we don't need outfield so bad, but you know, it's something we're going to consider. I'm just trying to get the best players. Right? So we're going to continue to do what we're doing there. 17 and 21. We need another win streak. And it looks like we're starting to find it a little bit. Bottom 9, nobody out. Max Muncy is the tying run. Okay. Michael Tolley at the plate. This is the guy we want up. Again, historically, in the 9th inning and later, Michael Tolley is the guy. Are we taking Max Muncy out of the game? We would have to move Nolan Jones to third base, but it's doable. Muncy's got 49 speed. It's not the worst. I think we're going to leave him in for now. Maybe if he gets to second base with 2 outs, it's a different question, but he's got decent speed. Don't need to be letting that fly. I mean, so late, never a strike. Come on, Mike. Yeah, Keegan Aiken was a really good reliever for us. Of course, we ended up trading him away. And now we face him. Trying to get a win, or at least a save against his former team, I should say. Michael Tolley, good swing. Doesn't find the grass. Doesn't find the stands either. Out number 1. Come on, Mike. Jock has homered in this game. Has 2 homers in this series. He's not very good against lefties. Do we have a better alternative, though? We really don't. If we could get Max Muncy in a scoring position, we could use Jock Peterson's clutch as opposed to his contact versus left. That's what we're going to try to do. And I guess Cole Carrig is our best option. You don't really want to run into an out here, but I do want to take second base. Aiken's worried about it. He is worried about the steal. Didn't even take a step off. Another slide step. This time it's a slider. 0-2 to Jock Peterson. This is looking like a strike him out, throw him out to end the game. And there's the pickoff. Tagged out. 0-2, we knew we were going to steal. Credit to him.
1-2.
Absolute paranoia pays off. It's just so annoying how the computer knows you're going to steal every time because they're the computer. You have to input that you want to steal, but then they know. It's very frustrating. Anyway, lefty, Jock Peterson. It's a bad matchup, but there just really isn't a better one for us. We really need somebody that hits lefties. Stone Garrett was supposed to be the guy. Has not been the guy. Peterson hitting sub 200 this year. And he rolls over. Would have been a double play anyway. Angels win. We need like a Yandy Diaz. I mean, we did it in Reds franchise. Might need to do it here in Rockies franchise. Somebody like that. Chase Dolander back at AAA. What a nice tune-up start. Goes 7 strong. Allows 5 hits. 0 walks. Strikes out 7. He might be back up in a hurry. We'll see what Carson Palmquist ends up doing. I'm going to give him more than 1 start, but this wasn't good. This was not a good start. I'm telling you, he's unfortunately a quad A player, meaning he's too good for AAA, not good enough for the major leagues. Never going to make that adjustment, probably, which sucks. Did we set scouting assignments already? I feel like we did. I'm going to leave those there, and we will continue on. It's another opportunity for Mike. There's no one named Mike here. Mark Leiter Jr. Runner on first is Jason Dominguez for the New York Yankees, who are actually struggling a lot here. They have hit a lot of home runs. Their on base is poor. Their team ERA is quite poor. And it is someone that absolutely crushes right-handed pitching in the platoon bat, former Ray, Luke Raley. Also, of course, has been a Mariner. And that sweeper. Cutter combination giving him some problems. How about a splitter? And how about strike 3 on 3 pitches? Luke Raley goes down. We'll see Ronaldo Hernandez. This guy's getting time for the Yankees. All right. I hate to say, like, famous last words type of deal here. This has got to be the freest out of all time. There's absolutely no way this can ever be anything. Bamf with the raid. Thank you so much, Bamf. We're here live on Twitch doing Rockies franchise for YouTube, as Stone Garrett will be in play to record this out. 2 away. Back up to the top of the order for the Yankees. As Mark Leiter Jr. tries to get the save against his former team, it's Jazz Chisholm. We went after him in free agency. He said, I want to be a Yankee. I respect it, Jazz. It's a great decision. But here in Rockies franchise, it's not my favorite. Splitter misses low for a strike. We're continuing to get screwed by the umpires in this episode, unfortunately. I bet that splitter. Don't want to give Jazz anything to pull. He swings through the splitter. How about another strikeout for Leiter? There it is, and there's the win. Leiter Jr. with the save against his former team, against a player we went after in free agency who shut us down. Tovar, 2 for 3 with a double. Miller, another 2-hit night for him. Luzardo struggled a little bit, did strike out 7, but 4 earned runs, 4 walks, not really a good stat line there in 5 innings of work. Also allowed 5 hits, so constant traffic on the bases, and a lot of those runs would come around to score. We are back to 500, and we are back to another spot listen, I'm a Rockies franchise. I'm a Rockies fan. As a Yankees fan, why is Ronaldo Hernandez playing? Where is Austin Wells? Get Ben Rice behind the plate. Why is this guy a problem? He's on first base here, bottom of the ninth. Jazz Chisholm with redemption against Leiter. And we're going to keep throwing him this splitter. Until he shows us that he has any ability to hit that pitch, he's getting the splitter. Big strike. Actually, sinker down and away. Double play ball. Max Muncy, diving stop to Miller for one. Back to first. Not in time. Okay. Great effort from Max Muncy at the hot corner. Could not turn it. And now it's Chas McCormick, somebody who really hits lefties a lot better than right-handers. You assume this is the platoon rocking with Luke Raley. But we might actually see Raley in this lineup. Jazz takes off for second base. Basayo down to second, not in time. Jazz takes second. His 11th stolen base of the year, as he is now in a scoring position. And that ball's hit down the line, and fair. It drops in. Chisholm scores easily. Chas McCormick with a double off the right-hander. And we are tied in the Bronx. Oswaldo Cabrera comes up. It is a blown save for Leiter. Good call there. Quickly 0-2 for Oswaldo. And this one might bleed in. Tovar can't get a glove on it. It falls. Fernandez in center. Can't get it in there in time. No play really anyway. And we're getting beat up a little bit. We're going to pull him. We can't really, even the matchups are too bad. We're going to get a mound visit going at least. We're still a ground ball away from getting out of this. We know Giancarlo is a double play threat, to say the least. He's one of the slowest players. Let me scratch that. He's one of the slowest humans I've ever seen. It's unbelievable this guy is a professional athlete. And that's going to bloop in there. Can't really get a double play when that's an option. Garrett takes his time. No play at home, obviously. Yankees win. I don't know what you can say about that. They just blooped in multiple hits. Won it in the ninth. Terrible, terrible hitting. And that's just baseball. Giancarlo, who homered already in this game, wins it. Ronaldo Hernandez homered? Who is this guy? Tolia and Peterson with homers on our side. But, I mean, it's weak contact, and Leiter Jr. just couldn't buy an out. Unlucky. Chase pitched a little bit worse in his last outing, but not terrible. Goes 5, allows 2 earned runs at AAA against Las Vegas. Tough environment to pitch in, we know that. And Carson Palmquist actually settled down quite a bit. Struck out 7 Yankees in 5 innings, 0 earned. Did allow a home run, but 0 earned runs. An error likely forced that in, unfortunately. But we're going to leave things as they are for a moment. I'm also considering moving Jorge Santana up to AA. He's developing a little bit at A-ball for right now. But maybe to start June, he gets an opportunity, as Jefferson Cuero has fractured his hand. We're going to put him on the 60-day. And it is always something this year. We've had constant injuries. Although, don't look now, but Horace Mora is hot. I don't know why his numbers against lefties are going down. But he's hitting, well, maybe he's not hot right now, but he was. His average is up to 240. Has 5 homers. I don't know why he's getting worse. He's 21 years old with A potential. Charlie Condon. Welcome to the season. 5 homers, 6 doubles, OPS over 700 after a terrible start. Celestin has calmed down. Kalaz is slugging at least to AAA, even though the average and on base aren't quite where we want them to be. 430 slug is pretty good. 4 homers, 2 doubles out of his 20 hits. We'll take that. Drew Romo's also crushing, so I guess the injury is maybe not the worst thing. It's not good, but, you know, it gives him a chance to play, and he's been really good so far. We've got a lot of bench spots open at AAA, so we're going to go ahead and promote some of these guys at AA. Who deserves a promotion? Dion Jorge to be a backup once he gets back from injury. Gerangelo has really been bad. Kokoska can be a backup. Zach Veen can go back to AAA. Actually, I've changed my mind. We do need another AAA catcher, though. All this series is managing injuries. We have one AA catcher at this point. We're going to have to make do. It's all we can do. And we have nobody currently capable of playing first base. So Gianni Hunter will move to AA and make his AA debut as a 54 overall at 22 years old. That is interesting. Zach Veen can't catch, but Cope can, and Veen can DH. And I don't know what just happened there. Zach Veen can DH. This is a lot of just managing injuries, and we have guys that are getting constantly injured. We're 23 and 24, and we've got a shot here against the Phillies closer, Orion Kerkering. Stone Garrett on second, Yanquiel Fernandez on first. Our team rankings aren't terrible. 17th in on base, 23rd in home runs isn't great, but 18th in team ERA. We're not really allowing many home runs, but we need our best hitters to hit better. And this is arguably our best hitter. Ezekiel Tovar leading off today. And that's going to be a good piece of hitting. We're going to try and score off this. Here's the throw, not in time. Would like to see Tovar get to second base on that. But he does tie the game, gets another runner over to third. Way to go, Zeke. The Phillies actually make a change off that. They're going to go to Nabil Crismatt. ERA over 8, but we've seen Nabil Crismatt before, and he was dominant for 2 innings against us before he started getting lit up. We figured him out, though. Runners on the corners, nobody down for Nolan Jones. And Nolan Jones hits one the other way. Base hit. We're going to stay at first and second with nobody down. We have figured out Nabil Crismatt. He is no longer our kryptonite. He's no longer Kryptonite Crismatt. He's now going to get nabashed. Here's Max Muncy, 0 for 4. It's a great spot to go 1 for 5. Yeah, I don't believe we've hit a home run today, unfortunately. No, Stone Garrett got one. Stone Garrett got one. Max Muncy swings through a curveball. And you wonder why, and with good timing too, you wonder why they didn't go to Shelby Miller or Raisel Iglesias. They basically said, winning isn't really that important to us. Old rubber arm Nabil Crismatt can go out there and die out on the mound. And that's hopefully what happens here. He powers a 90-mile-per-hour fastball by Max Muncy. I was convinced that was going to be a changeup away. The guy absolutely comes out and dots. Here's Tolia. He's a 9th-inning machine. You'd like to see him put that in play. Good timing on a fastball up in the zone. Hanging curveball. Tolia can't keep it fair just early. He's down 0-2. Fly ball to right center. Should be a catchable ball there, and it is. We will tag Tovar in there easily. As we are back to runners on the corners. 2 outs now. We've hit well with runners on the corners. Jock Peterson's got great clutch. It's a great opportunity for him. Has a hit today. Has not hit well all year. He was a really big signing for us in the offseason, but he has not lived up to it at all. Hitting 190 with an on base below 280. Come on, Jock. Huge spot. There's that changeup. First time seeing that pitch in a while. I don't know if we're expecting Chris Matt to throw 110, but we can sit back a little bit. Like that. Jock Peterson deep to right. Foul. Got the fastball just early. 0-2. Strike 3. Got Jock on a changeup. Felt like good timing there, but a better pitch. Unbelievable. 5-4. Sir Anthony Dominguez in the game. I don't love it. We're going to our closer, Mark Leiter Jr. He's pitched great this year. ERA under 3, but kind of a blow-up outing against the Yankees. It would be a lot better. Big spot. Let's beat the Phillies. We did so to start the year. We own the Phillies, other than the rest of the series. Don't worry about it. Fly ball at Nolan Jones. He goes to his right, makes the catch. Here is Gabriel Rincones Jr. We know he chases off the plate. We saw it a lot last time we played Philadelphia. He's actually had a decent season.
1-1.
He's hitting 268.
Ball.
Takes a sinker away for a ball. I'll tell you, I looked him up. Looked into his numbers. He's hit pretty well in the minors. Not anything astounding as he grounds out to Max Muncy.
That's an out.
But pretty well. And his start to AAA this season has actually been great. So he could be a name to watch for the Phillies. As Mark Leiter Jr. secures another ground out and the win as we beat the Phillies. We love to do it. We've showed up against them this year. Rhys Hoskins back in Philadelphia, by the way, did homer. But it was, good hitting when we needed it. Ezekiel Tovar and Owen Miller, Stone Garrett, all with multi-hit games. We need to see more of that as we fight to be 500 again. And we are. We are a 500 team. Currently, that's good enough for second in the NL West, but it's not really good enough overall, in my opinion. Not really good enough overall. Back to center fielders. Reed Ortiz, maybe a defense first type of guy. Bat looks like it could be okay. I do like him. If he's available at 12, it would be in consideration. Still not really getting a good read on a lot of these international guys. Can we get these numbers up? Like, scouting progress 55% is just absolutely unacceptable. I want to get these done. What about for starters? Where are we on these guys? Ton Kramer looks to be pretty well balanced out of the DR. 5'11", 178. High octane fastball, hard circle change and slider, and really hard cutter. This would all play at Coors. Ton Kramer from the DR, huh? Okay. Roy Waite, didn't read that. Stuff looks whatever. Attributes look whatever. Apparently the potential is going to be quite high. So there is a value to that. Ton Kramer I actually like quite a bit. Trevor Rodriguez, also from the DR. All right, Trevor. Rodriguez checks, though. He's got some really good stuff. A hard cutter, a hard slider. I'm interested because cutter slider is often kind of a similar shape. And the big difference can be the velo, right? And that kind of changes the shape. If these are the same velo, 88 to 93 versus 87 to 92, those are going to be very similar pitches, you would imagine. That's interesting. We're going to leave that as is for now, as we look to finish out May here. And we are on a big-time winning streak as we get Brenton Doyle back. That is a sweep of the Phillies, a sweep of the Nationals, and then we get absolutely crushed by the Reds. But this is what we wanted. Go on a winning streak, end the month hot, get Brenton Doyle back in the lineup, get Yanquiel Fernandez out of center field. I'm hoping we can figure it out with Stone Garrett. He just can't suck this badly. Owen Miller is getting a little bit colder. It's just, who can we rely on in this lineup to actually hit? It's really disappointing. It's really disappointing. Because I did not, and he's hitting home runs, I guess, but I did not expect Jock to suck this bad. And he's really only playing against righties. And he's been really awful. Muncy's been great. I mean, the same number of home runs as Jock, but the average is 100 points higher. And getting on base is important. It is important. But Doyle's back to being an everyday player. Fernandez probably still will play against lefties. I like that. I think this is fine. Maybe move Basayo down. Basayo, good player. I'm not sure he's been the insane bat that I had hoped for. He does have 9 home runs. OPS at 757 for a catcher's good. I'm, again, just hoping that Stone Garrett can start playing well. At some point, we've got to make a big change to just get him out of the lineup completely. But the attributes say he should be a better player than he's been. And the past 2 years, he's been a pretty good hitter. He moved to Coors, and now this guy stinks. Make it make sense. I don't get it. But we've got to send a guy down here. And I'll tell you, he did a good job. I don't know if we can actually move him while he's on the injured list. But Benny Montgomery will be getting sent down. In the meantime, Cole Carrig. I might just move Cole Carrig to Double-A. I hate to send him all the way down, but I think it makes a little bit more sense considering what we have at Triple-A right now. And you know what? He hit fairly well. I appreciate it. Cole Carrig, he was nice. Braylon Payne stinks. Jason Hinchman's been raking. But we'll take out Torrey Alba. I know he's been hitting well. He's 29 years old. You better be hitting well. It's Double-A. Cole Carrig is back in there. But that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Really up and down. But we've got a moment here. Bottom 9, 1 out. Nolan Jones at the plate. Bases loaded against Big Tony. Big Uncle Tone. Tony Santillan is 285 pounds. I think he's got to be the heaviest listed player. Maybe in professional baseball. Actively. If you can think of a player who weighs more than 285 by listed weight at the MLB level right now, I'd love to hear it. Aaron Judge is 282. I can't think of somebody that's 290 playing professional baseball. Tony Santillan is a unit. No Joe gets a piece. We don't need anything crazy. A fly ball to the outfield to Alek Manoah. That could be a good shout. Alek Manoah is about 400. 1 and 2 to Nolan Jones. Santillan nearing triple digits on that heater. There's a slider at 88, not even close. Fastball. I mean, that's an unhittable spot. I think we're a little bit late is why it's unhittable. And they're going to make a change to go to Samall. Late on the heater. Couldn't get a piece. It's lefty-lefty. We're going to leave Max Muncy in. Man, the timing has not been good for me. This is a user error. And it's been in bad spots. I guess most of the time we're playing in big spots anyway. 2-0 to Muncy. But man, Muncy up to 280, by the way. 2 for 3 today. That's a good pitch to hit. We have good timing. That was early, I guess. But I've had good timing on a number of swings, and don't put it into play. And then, eventually they're getting bad swings. Where were we there? Good timing. I get it's lefty-lefty, but it's a fastball down the middle with good timing, and it's a foul ball. Where was that? Good timing again. Muncy staying alive. Please, Max. Fast. Strike 3. I'm gonna lose it. All right. Jake Woodford in the game. Adolis Garcia's made his way to Cincinnati. Not really sure how that's not a strike. Ghost runner on second. It's a ground ball at Tovar. Thankfully, a ground ball to the left side there. Is not going to get that runner over. Here's Taylor Ward. He's trying to make good pitches now. The toughest at bat is, of course, with a runner on second, no outs. Because it's pretty much, you can't guarantee a run, obviously, but you get a pretty high percentage chance of getting that runner over. With one out, you can pretty much get him in. Ground ball, deep enough fly ball. It's really pop-outs and strikeouts that screw you, but high percentage chance. Foul tip into the glove of Samuel Basayo. Taylor Ward down swinging. And it's the right-handed catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Great pitch from Woodford. I'm not really worried about the steal here. Trying to make some pitches. Another foul tip into the glove. Woodford here is just nasty enough. Stevenson somehow lays off. 12-6, ground ball at Tolia. And we've got to be able to win this game. Bottom 10, last game of the month. I'm not going to say how good Tolia is in the 9th and the 10th anymore because he struggled lately. He's got to earn that title of Clutch King again. Runner on second. Just get him over. He's hitting 154 with runners in scoring position this year. He started red hot. He hit 10 home runs in spring training. Right now, he's got 5 home runs. I get it's spring training, right? But he's been cold. Ground ball to the left side does not help us.
You're out.
Good pitch. Needed to do something with the previous 2. Jock Peterson 0 for today. We're going to need a hit. That's what it is. When you don't do anything to get that runner over with nobody out, now you need a hit. And we're going to get a hit. Jock Peterson to center field. We're going to send the runner. Here's the play at the plate. It is up the line. Not in time on the tag attempt. Max Funky Muncy wins it for the Rockies. Jock Peterson with the clutch hit that scored him. Our 2 free agent pickups coming up clutch. Muncy to score. Peterson with the walk-off hit. Lefty-lefty. Got one to drive. Finally, we were able to put something in play. Gotta love it. Jock Peterson finally doing something. Cam Collier with a homer for the Reds. Prospect. Currently, I believe, at Double-A. I think he's actually currently hurt. Muncy goes 2 for 2, or 2 for 4 with a double. Doyle, same line. Minus an RBI there and a run. Jake Woodford is your player of the game. 5 1/3. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs. And that's in relief. That is long relief. What an effort from Jake Woodford. That is incredible stuff. Are you kidding me? He's got to be your player of the game because that is an incredible effort. Whip under 1. That's less than 1 walk or hit per innings pitch, so less than a base runner an inning, and a 1.45 ERA. He's getting worse, but he's dealing. He was really bad last year. Was bad the year before. This year, the guy's untouchable. What an effort. Look at the last couple of innings here. 5 1/3, 3 1/3, 2 1/3. So that's, we'll say 5 and 4 is 9 plus 2 is 11. 0 earned in his last 11 innings. What a great effort. Kyle Freeland has not been so good. But the bullpen as a whole has been pretty great. Leiter Jr. is regressing now as a 35-year-old, but he's been good. 16 saves, has only blown 2. Unfortunately, taking the loss in both of those. But we've mostly been pretty good. Palmquist is actually playing like an MLB caliber starter. Another very good start for him back-to-back. His ERA is at 2.76. Whip's high, but run prevention's good. Marquez, I don't know that he's red hot. He's allowed 4 earned in his last 2 starts. Didn't even make it 4 innings in the last one. Didn't make it out of the 4th. That's not great. Max Meyer, developing a bit, but again, I wouldn't say he's actually dominating and on fire. Last 2 starts haven't been great, but before that went on a nice little run. And then Ryan Feltner, his ERA is finally up. Bad start against Cincinnati. Damn it, whatever. But other than that, he's been excellent. Although you're seeing a recent downtick, which is not ideal. A lot of free base runners. 5 walks, 7 hits allowed. When the walks are down, his numbers are good. Can't be allowing free passes. Can't do it. Dolander apparently red hot. He's just allowed 5 earned. I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't know. A little bit disappointing, but we'll simulate one more day here so that we can see the report from the previous month in the minors. We're not going to get one. Excellent. We're 30-27 to end this episode. Next episode is the MLB draft, and that will lead into the trade deadline. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.